Hi, I'm Scott. Welcome to Farmerize Stuff. Today I'm going to show you how to replace a heating element on a dryer. Did you know that the average new dryer in the US costs $877? And to repair a dryer like this one, put a new element in, is going to set you back $250 if you hire a repairman. I can do it for a lot less, about $35 by buying the parts myself and spending less than an hour taking this one apart, putting the element in, putting it back together. The tools you'll need for this job are really simple. A socket set, flathead screwdriver, and a Phillips screwdriver. You definitely want to make sure you unplug the dryer before you start disassembling it. At 220 volts, it will kill you. My least favorite part of this job is unhooking the dryer vent from the dryer itself. This is a real tight squeeze. This model happens to use an 8mm socket. With these top clips, you don't need to take the screws all the way out, just loosen them up and the clip will come out of the way. I like to put the screws in a piece of Tupperware so I don't lose them, or at least it reduces the chances of me losing them. What's lovely about this model is basically I have to take it all the way apart. Now I'm going to take the sides off. Hopefully we can get it put back together. Alright, let's start taking the front apart. Got the first major part off. Excellent. This panel should come loose now, but we've got to be careful so we don't damage the wiring to the safety switch on the door. The last time I took this dryer apart, I broke the plastic tabs off this switch and had to replace it. It was about a $10 part. I'm going to gently take these off so I don't break anything. Actually, before I take them off, I'm going to take a picture so I can remember what wire goes where. There's a single screw that holds the lint trap in, and then 4 more screws that hold the retaining clip that actually the drum rotates in. Before we get too far along, we need to unplug the light. With this front retaining ring removed, it comes apart pretty quickly. This is the drive belt for the dryer. We'll simply slip this off the drum going backwards. And in the back, you'll see that the drum rotates on a felt seal. The last time I took this dryer apart and put it back together, I tried to put the drum in backwards. So this time, I'm going to give myself a note. I'm resting the top of the dryer on the washing machine to avoid having to unplug all the wires from the control board. We're just about ready to replace the heating element, but first, I need to take care of some of these dust bunnies. I love my Hercules 20-volt portable shop vac. It's a great tool, pretty affordable, works very well, and the convenience of battery powered is fantastic. Sure, I'm close to a plug-in right now, but I don't have to unwind the cord and deal with it. But if I needed more power, I've got the cord on this unit. Not sponsored, bought it myself, strongly recommend this product. We'll start with unplugging the wires. I've already taken a picture of these so I know what goes where. We'll grab these screws and remove them. These heating elements are just a series of coils. In this case, we can see exactly where it broke, it burned up. Now that we've got the old one out, let's put the new one in. The repair of this dryer takes literally 2 minutes. takes a ton of time to tear it apart and put it back together. I wish this had been designed a little better. It probably would have been easier to install the new temperature sensor and thermal fuse first, but I didn't, so I'll put those on right now.
To treat the countertops. The dishwasher's going.
I noticed one of the wires is a little loose on the terminal. I'll grab a pair of pliers and give it a squeeze so it fits well. It doesn't come off when the dryer's running. Did I mention that the sheet metal they make these dryers out of is really sharp? You need to be careful. Don't do as I did. Off camera, I realized I took this thing apart a little too far. So I took a moment and I installed the back and the side. Now I'm going to put the drum in that front retaining ring, making sure that I looked for where I wrote front so I orient the drum in the correct direction. The last time I took this apart, it was a real headache to get the belt back on the tensioner. I think I'll start by installing the belt on the drum and then do the tensioner afterwards from the open side. Got it.
Yeah, it looks like I missed a few dust bunnies. Let's clean these up too before we finish assembling things.
We're getting close. I'll get the back attached, then I'll put the front back on and wire the switch back in for the door and the light, and then I think we'll be ready to test it. Now let's start reconnecting the light and the switch. Now let's see if we have spin and heat. It's spinning. I'll give it a minute to heat up and check the inside and see if it's toasty warm. It's toasty warm, works perfectly. Did I enjoy doing this project? Not at all. I hate working on appliances. But I did save about $215 by doing this work myself instead of hiring a professional to come in. Or if we just bought a new one, it would have cost me closer to 900 bucks. So it took me about an hour of time, 35 bucks for the parts, a little lost skin and blood, but I got it done and we have a functional dryer again. If you hate appliance repair but like saving money, go ahead and like this video and please subscribe. Your subscription means a lot to me and keeps me motivated to make the next video. Until next time, see you then.